I am live. Ladies and gentlemen, we're live. It's the Media Virus Podcast. This week on the Media Virus Podcast, Senate staffer for Ben Carlin took a little too seriously when he's... I'm going to start over. This week on the Media Virus Podcast, a Senate staffer for Ben Carlin took it a little too seriously when he said, "Hey, fuck him. I would love to eat Wendy's fiery roast beef, but would not eat her chili." And one New Zealand couple has given birth to the Antichrist and have the documentation to prove it. All this, more news coming up in the B block. Corn Pop gets T-boned. Jerking off is good for you because science. And speaking of science, we've taken the first step towards cyborgs. Then in the C block, Big Daddy brings us just the tips number 70, and we ruin Christmas here on this, the 163rd episode of the Media Virus Podcast. It's the Media Virus Podcast. Fucking right it is. Let's point and laugh at the world burning around us with executive producer Mike Latoris. We're going to start over. BBC correspondent Stanley McFadden.
Makes me tingly in an unfamiliar way.
Grease Monkey Pete.
Damn, Big Daddy.
Here's the thing about the Media Virus Podcast. It's really well done.
And now, spreading the sage nihilism of an aged Gen Xer, your host and mine, the star of our show, the incomparable Maddie Rockdeath.
I was so goddamn irritated at Pete for unmuting himself during the intro. I could not figure out for the fucking life of me why Pete would decide to unmute himself during the intro. Of all the times to unmute yourself, you wait till the intro is over. But hot damn do we have a show for you people this week. I am Matty Rockdeath, the mattiest of all Rockdeaths, and proof positive that anyone can have a podcast. People never ask me all the time, what gives you any credibility about being a talk show host? And the answer is I have engaged in the fucking around, and I have, in fact, found out. That is why I put the ultra and ultra crepidarian. Welcome to the Media Virus Podcast. Please like, subscribe, follow, and share. Please do that. I want to take a minute to thank all of the new subscribers for their support. Whether it is on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Where else? Oh, if you're just checking us out on themediavirus.com, thank you very much. But you can always give us a call here at 646-VIRUS-01, 646-VIRUS-01. Later on, we might pull an audible. We might do some weird shit and use that phone number to make a phone call.
Sounds like a plan. Because I just started my audio recording, so I'm going to have to pull the first few bits off of the recording. So make sure that gets posted so I don't miss it.
Fucking awesome. All right.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get drunk and stay drunk until the show starts.
Yeah, well, sometimes you deserve to get drunk. Where the fuck did Pete go? Did he get upset with me?
I'm having video issues.
He's keying out.
So we might be using that phone. We were talking to a friend of mine has a radio station, and he streams out a 3 times a week.
Right.
And he streams from 8 to 11 on Wednesday nights.
Oh.
And,
we can call him for a request.
Well, the phone number that he put, in that meeting area that I put up.
Right.
That's the phone line to the radio show. So if you want to
call and request a song.
Well, we can call. He does a talk show. We can call up and bullshit with him if we wanted to.
Oh,
do a quick cross promo.
Yeah.
Thing.
We'd like to dedicate this to Ricky Rockdeath. At least I would.
Now where was I going? Oh, so we've been going through a lot of changes, in this past couple of weeks. We've been upgrading our system? I don't know what you're doing. Are you trying to do like ASMR?
I'm loading a new beer.
But I have some firepower now. I'm able to really put some videos together, and I have all this video equipment,
right?
Well, and
I know I mentioned it to you earlier, but we might as well talk about it on the air because I haven't said anything to the star yet. I have an idea.
Oh,
and I think it's going to be good.
Okay, I think I remember.
So
what we were talking about.
I tried to check them out. Not necessarily on the show, but at least during our show taping the other week, I bought some wireless lavs that hook up to my phone. And wow, they're kind of neat. And I thought, hey, wait a minute, how can I use these for the show? And it occurred to me that we could really benefit from some man on the street reporting.
That is true.
And if you had a man on the street, who would that man be, Matt?
That man would be Pete.
Right?
We had this discussion, and the reason that it would be Pete is because you and I are relatively off-putting.
Yes.
And even with that long, scraggly beard, we feel that Pete is more disarming.
Yeah. He seems much friendlier than both of us.
He really does seem friendlier than the both of us.
In fact, he's probably friendlier than the both of us at the same time.
He's absolutely
and
friendlier than the both of us at the same time.
Like, by myself, I'm kind of a dick, and by himself, Matt's kind of a dick. But like together, we can pull off sort of friendly. But almost. Pete can definitely do friendly.
Now, see, I have another friend where I'm kind of an asshole.
You have two friends, Matt?
I do. And he's kind of an asshole. But when we get together, we are fucking ultra assholes.
Right.
It's like Voltron.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway.
Y'all join together and power up.
So in one hand, you've got Pete. And in the other hand, you've got these lavalier mics. What do you do with that? So what you do is you hook the lavs up to a phone to do video, possibly from a bit of a distance, which I think the distance actually seals the deal, because you want people to.
I feel like we could get multiple angles on this too.
We absolutely could, and because if we clap it, we can definitely. Work this out so that there's we can make the sound line up. But I think there's value in doing man on the street reporting with a microphone that's not a microphone.
Yeah, so the idea is to take an ordinary or obscure object, clip the lavalier mic to it, so it actually is a microphone.
And use it as such.
And then use it as such. And then we were thinking toilet brush would be fucking hilarious.
You want me to shove a toilet brush in?
Yes. It's a brand new one.
Or the one that, even before you mentioned a toilet brush, what I thought would be absolutely hilarious, because Pete shaves his head down bald.
Okay.
Have Pete walk out bare head with a hairbrush as his mic.
Yes.
It's kind of a thinker. It's a little bit of a slow burn.
The beard is like, if he were completely hairless, that's a slow burn. You're like, why is this guy? It's funny. That reminds me of a story. It's real quick. I used to I worked at Sears for a really long time.
Okay.
I sold appliances for a while. In the ass end of my career at Sears. And I'll never forget. It was Christmas time. And it was this old couple. And I sold appliances, and they come up to me and they asked me, now even back then, I didn't shave. You know what I mean? I've kept a beard most of my life, right? I wasn't baby faced. So she comes up to me and asks me where the beard trimmers are, and I say, I don't know. And I think she's being fucking facetious. I think this woman is like, fuck me. She's like, no, you got to
Right,
tell me
you
which.
figure she's fucking with you.
Right. And I'm like, so then this old man comes up and he's like, I found them. And so she pulls me over there to talk to them. And she's like, well, which one is better? I'm like, how would I know?
I don't
And
know.
I don't know. And she's like, well, you should know. You should know. And I'm like, and then she finally looks up at me. And she goes, oh, you wouldn't know. I'm like, no, I wouldn't know. I trim my mustache with scissors to keep them out of my face. That's all.
I've never stood that close to one of those.
Right? But I mean, just literally any just ridiculous, like just taped to a broomstick.
Yeah.
I think that would be I think that would be pretty funny, in my opinion.
Whatever dumb object we can come up with for the day, and a series of ridiculous questions to arm him with to go and ask people on the street. And we tape a few of them, and that's the way it goes.
That's also a good way, because that's what I was thinking. Or I was going with my monologue, is I have all this video equipment,
Right.
and I have a wife.
You do.
I do, and I feel like I could film some nice porno.
You could.
But like the thing about porno is,
You need somebody to hold the camera. I know.
well, no, I got tripods, dude. Don't worry about that. I got shit. I could mount shit to the wall if I wanted to.
But how
What's
you
the way about me, buddy?
a great angle?
I can get the best ones. I've thought about it, but anyway. But the thing about it is the backdrop. Like not for nothing, but like my house. Like we're not the most organized, kept people.
Right.
And putting yourself online like that, you're gonna catch a bunch of shit for having, for having a shitty house. So you want to go find places to film pornos.
Right.
And
Like the park.
right, or right in front of a playground.
And I was going to say, you live right across the street from a park, so that's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it really works out. But I think
Get
that
the high angle from on top of your porch.
I feel like the Capitol building, would be like, there has a lot of different places where you could film some pretty great porno. I mean, it's a beautiful backdrop.
hear.
Government buildings are always very ornate. You know what I mean?
I hear that. Yep.
I think that kind of leads us into the.
It does, and I'm going to have to jockey a few things around so I can still look at you guys while I tell this story. Here we go. Senate staffer allegedly filmed public sex in Congress, ousted from Ben Cardin's office. Senate staffer who allegedly filmed... where are we? A U.S. Senate staffer allegedly caught filming himself having sex in a Judiciary Committee hearing room no longer has his job. Senator Ben Cardin, the Democrat from Maryland, said on X. By the way, I just want to point out that our good friend, staff writer Bill, tried to say that this was a Democrat from Delaware. It is not. It is a Democrat from Maryland.
I mean, not that there's much of a difference, really, is there?
Aiden Mace Cheropsky is no longer employed by the U.S. Senate. We will have no further comment on this personnel matter, a Cardin spokesperson told the Post. Mace Cheropsky, a 24-year-old legislative aide, was accused of posting a video of himself in flagrant delicto with another man on a public X account.
Flagrant delicto. Pete, do you know what flagrant is? Pete there? Flagrant delicto is? I don't think you do know what flagrant delicto is, do you, Pete?
With another man, that would mean butt fucking.
He doesn't even have earphones in.
Peter,
All
are
right.
you even on the show?
Why did I try to throw to Pete? That was the dumbest thing I ever tried to do.
What? Huh?
How did he hear that?
He's like, they said my name.
I try to throw you. You're not even there. You don't even fucking
Yeah.
headphones on.
See what happens when you try when you forget about me.
Go
We
ahead.
didn't forget about you.
We didn't forget about it. We tried to
Okay.
toss to you.
Sure.
I don't know why, but when the first headline that I heard for this story, it was like the guy, is for just the filming part. He was filming gay pornography in the Judiciary Subcommittee hearing room.
Like, that didn't surprise you, did it?
It didn't surprise me at all, but it never dawned on me that he would have been involved. And for some reason, I had pictured this dude like in
was fucking in.
No, but I had this. For some reason, I pictured him with those director's pants in like a director's chair. It's like one of those cones.
You mean like those
riding crop?
The pants that are kind of puffy, but then peg leg down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's wearing like a beret.
Yeah, like
like the old cartoon directors in
like
the Looney Tunes,
like 1920s silent film director.
Yes,
with the big megaphone.
The big megaphone on the side of the megaphone just says "gay porn." I don't know why. I never would have thought he was involved, and then after doing like an image search, because I thought it'd be fun to have like an image up while you're reading the story.
Right.
I decided against it because I couldn't really find one that was funny on its own.
Oh.
You know what I mean? There was like one of him like wearing bondage gear out in a public street, and then there was another one. I'm pretty sure it was footage from the video itself.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure it's he's the bottom.
Oh.
So that is two things that just, I don't know, for some reason shocked the shit out of me, that it was not only like he was involved. For some reason, I just thought he was like, again, I saw him with the big cone directors. I don't know why I thought that he was just producing porno.
Like you thought he went and found a couple of homos and said, "Okay, guys, I need."
Yeah, we're gonna film you guys fucking. I don't know why. I mean, that's where my mind went with it.
Wow. Wow. And here I am questioning, is it okay that I said homos? But I mean, we're talking about filming gay porn in Congress. I think homos is probably not that offensive.
I mean, he might be trying to get to his constituency one person at a time.
Maybe.
But again, I never would have thought he'd have been the bottom. And I from what I've just, I might be completely wrong about that, but that's what it looked like to me. Like that time. Remember Pete's gay porn? Remember when he found it and we were all making fun of him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of like that. It was like a POV type of situation, you know what I mean?
Like when he got that dick pic with the
I'm going to need you guys to just refresh my memory. When did we find my porn?
Well,
and I don't recall there being a my porn.
You look like you served in Nam, Pete.
Awesome.
You look like you're about to like lose your shoot up the VA center.
These are a pair of sunglasses I found today when I was like moving stuff around in my room.
They're fucking great. They go to head. Fantastic.
Hey, give me just a second. I'm going to toss to you to traffic. I'm going to need you to give a traffic report. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's Pete with traffic. Pete, what do the roads look like today?
They're long and they're black.
Well, we've got roads that go left and we've got roads that go right, and there's cars all over those motherfuckers.
There was a lot of cars earlier today, but not so much today. All right. Well, the
butt fucking in Congress. That's
yeah. That was really
The roughly 8 seconds of intercourse allegedly took place in the same room where nominees to the Supreme Court are grilled by senators and where former FBI boss James Comey once testified about alleged Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election.
You think that turned,
Video of the
that turned them
moment was
both on?
published by the Daily Caller Friday evening.
Jesus Christ. That's it probably turned them on to
Oh, he's wearing a Rehomo Beach t-shirt.
oh.
Uh-oh.
You know who I hope is not a homo? Wendy.
Well, the flu doesn't wait for an appointment, which is an advertisement that's on this page. Chill out. I'm an ex-Wendy's employee, and I wish customers knew about the chili. It's the only thing that I wouldn't eat myself. Employees have shared insider info on Wendy's and other chains. Social media is alight with employee secrets, sharing the juiciest, most interesting details from inside your favorite brands. One Wendy's employee recently shared the source of the company's chili, which they don't eat. And
It's basically chopped up hamburgers. But the only thing that Wendy's disputes is that it is the hamburger is frozen or dried out and let dried out and frozen. They said no. It once it's left over, it goes into the chili. Right. But that's the issue.
Yeah, Wendy's chili is made of leftover burger, but there's debate about how it's made. A Reddit user claiming to be a shift manager posted that the sauce is made from old hamburger meat. The shift manager's post revealed the process. The only thing that I wouldn't eat myself is the chili, they said. The meat comes from the leftover meat on the grill that dries out. According to the manager, the meat is then cut up and frozen to be used later. However, some have cast doubt on the user's claim. While Wendy's website does admit that the meat in the chili is leftover burger meat, it does not suggest that it is frozen. A more recent Reddit thread suggested that the process varies by location. One employee posted to say that they do not freeze their beef, but they do freeze their beef, but only for chili. So there you have it, folks.
You can't work nothing with frozen beef. Honestly, the only reason I wanted this story to even appear is because the headline joke, which was, "I'd eat her fiery roast beef, but not her chili." That was.
I knew a friend of mine was married to a redhead for a while. He called her Fire Crotch. Both to her face and in mixed company.
Yeah, you know, when the carpet matches the drapes, you know you got a crazy one. Tell you that right now.
Another Wendy's employee recently revealed an ordering trick to save money on a popular product. The employee claimed that a value menu item with a few extra ingredients could create a Baconator for less cost. Huh.
I do enjoy it. I do enjoy a Baconator. My favorite was the commercial for the Baconator.
Okay.
When it first came out, because they had this hot redhead chick, and she'd be like, "I want to get my face into a Baconator," and it's just when she did that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember her.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I always liked it when my wife had her hair red.
You know,
not a redhead.
There really is, but they're.
Unfortunately, they give me diarrhea.
There's a lot of talk that like they have no soul.
I don't know about that.
But if it's true, then the Antichrist will have no ginger souls to harvest. And he has been born in New Zealand, apparently.
That's what we hear. Parents have won a battle to call a baby a banned name after the registrar tried to stop them there in New Zealand. Parents have won a battle to name their baby. Having a child is an important moment in anyone's life, but it also comes with a ton of responsibility that most of the time you cannot prepare for. One of these is naming your child, as this is likely going to stick with them for life. And I'm going to have to ask you to bear with me because my StreamYard makes my computer run so slow that I've got nothing on my screen. Not a goddamn thing.
Well,
Naming a child requires a lot of consideration, as you don't want to make any blunders. Dan and Mandy Sheldon welcomed their son into the world, and 4 months later went to the registrar with his name. They told the son how they were excited to get him registered. However, they were met with looks of utter disgust when the couple revealed his name. The couple wanted to name their child Lucifer, which is the name that was given to the devil when he was an angel before he fell from heaven and ended up in hell. The devil's name, Lucifer, was first seen in the King James Bible in 1611.
Come on, Pop. Let's go
But in
fishing
more
and
modern-
we'll make a fire.
But in more modern versions of the Bible, he is referred to as Satan. Despite insisting on the name, the couple were slammed by the registrar and subject to some harsh remarks. She told us he would never be able to get a job and that teachers wouldn't want to teach him.
I mean,
He continued to explain that neither of them is religious, and Lucifer in Greek means light bringer and morning.
Jesus Christ.
However, this fell on deaf ears.
yeah, I mean, but they won their case. They were able
Yeah.
to. There was a child named Lucifer in New Zealand. It was bound to come, bound to happen.
It's just a name. Just a name. Just a name.
I don't.
Please allow me. Can you imagine how awesome it's going to be when this and this kid walks into someplace and is like, "Hey, please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste.
Mhm.
I've been around for a long, long year, and I've laid many a man's soul to waste. I was around when Jesus Christ had his moment of doubt and pain.
He would just pay chicks to follow him around, going, "Hoo hoo."
I made damn sure the pilot washed his hands and sealed his fate." The lyric eventually does say, "Hey, just call me Lucifer." If you get deep enough into this.
I like to take walks down memory lane. I was in one of the bands, I think the best band I was in, my favorite one that I was in. We played "Sympathy for the Devil" in 2 minutes flat.
Wow!
Damn.
Played it really fast. It sounded good, but when you're striving for 2 minutes flat, you gotta
Yeah, I mean
take the pace a little bit.
that is a constraint.
So I think what I want to do with this is we're coming up on the 28-minute mark.
Wow!
We've blown through the top 3
Wow.
stories. What I was thinking about doing, I want to get you guys' opinion on this.
Okay.
I was thinking that we would just keep the stream going.
Okay.
You can break your audio up.
I fully intend to. Like I said, I'm gonna have to go get the open off of the video when it posts.
Yeah, well, it'll be posted. It's
Okay.
It's there. And then take a break, and then give. I was thinking about giving Big Tom a call. It's Big Tom and Gene Show.
The Big Tom and Gene Show.
I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. And give them a buzz. We don't necessarily have to record that for the podcast.
Oh, we will though. We will.
I didn't, but I thought it was something that we could do while we were.
I think that's B block material, man. We're gonna do that live.
All right.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
I want to keep it. I want to keep it to like a tight, like 4 minutes. I don't want to be on.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't want to, like, we have our own show to do.
Hey, look, all I'm saying is once we get in there with them, we'll get going. And when you're ready to cut it, just cut everybody off. Say, look, we're done. Fuck this. Guys, we're done. We only booked you for 4 minutes. Fuck off.
I'll see how it goes.
I mean, you don't have to say fuck off, but you know what I mean. Just go in there and just rise up as Matty Rockdeff, leader of the Media Virus Podcast Network, and say, okay, we're out. Thanks. It's been real. Check us out.
All right. So, why don't you do the?
Or we could have Pete do it.
Why don't you go ahead and do the end credits? Give a shot. Give our sponsors their due.
So that's
302-46 voice.
302-46 voice.
If you want my voice on your project.
If you want my voice on your project.
No.
Yeah, if you want Mike's voice. If you want Mike's voice on your if you want the professor's voice on your project.
You dial 302-46 voice.
You dial 302-46 voice.
And then check out Marshall's art shop over there on redbubble.com and mysportsreports.com. All kinds of art available. Great sports themed art. Also some holiday themed art over there you can check out. You can check out the
Suspicious Minds. Or
it's not suspicious. It's
Disruptive Minds.
Disruptive Minds podcast. That's our good friend Staff Writer Bill. That's what starts with an S, Pete. Staff Writer Bill does the Disruptive Minds podcast. Fine podcast over on Spotify. You can check him out. You can also check out the other show on the Media Virus Podcast Network. That's right. We are a network now because we have more than one show. And you can go out and check them out. That is our good friends, the Stepmothers Without Children podcast. Is that right?
Stepmoms
Without Children podcast over on Spotify. That's Ricky Rockdeff and Becky B. They get together, and it's one of those. It's like a conversation that you overhear at a restaurant. You know, like when you're at a booth and you hear the conversation from the booth behind you, and you just kind of stop and listen. It's one of those. You just kind of have to stop and listen. They might not talk about a whole lot, but it's far more interesting than whatever you've got going on. Tell me that's never happened to you. Come on.
That's far more interesting than whatever you've got going on.
So you go over and you check out the Stepmoms Without Kids podcast. They're fantastic.
Stepmoms Without Children.
Stepmoms Without Children. They might have kids. I don't know.
They don't have kids. We don't have any goats.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the 163rd A block here on the Media Virus podcast. We'll be back with you just a bit. We're going to do the B block where we're going to make some calls and do some things. I'm going to drink some more beer and see if I can't just pass out before the C block comes around. And we'll do that all right after this. We'll be back. And we're back on the C block. Son of a bitch. I gotta pee. I'll be right back.